Today we have a fragrance review. We have Burberry Torch Touch, um, ED Toilette, natural natural spray vaporizer. All right, so today, man, I picked up this Burberry Touch. I've had this fragrance before. I'm not even sure if I've done a review before, but I don't think so. I remember having a bottle before and using it all up, but I don't really remember how it was though. Be funny. So today I'm gonna get into a little bit about this fragrance. Um, Touch for Men by Burberry is a woody, flor- floral, musk fragrance for men. This fragrance was launched in 2025. I mean 2000, in year 2000. The nose behind the fragrance is Jean Pierre Betrou, something. The top notes are violet leaf, Artemis, mandarin orange. The middle notes are white pepper, cedar, and nutmeg. Base notes are white musk, tonka bean, and uh, vetiver. So let's unbox. Comes in a nice little box, Burberry. Nice bottle, nice little cork-shaped bottle, cork-shaped top. Um, let's give it a spray. Mix it up a little bit. Give it a spray. We're gonna hit the skin and give it a swirl. What I'll say, when you first spray it, you get a clean, fresh, a clean, a clean musk, rich smell, and then you get a dry down. On the dry down, it's just a rich kind of a strong musk flavor. It gets a royal kind of musk flavor. So if I'm gonna describe how I smell it, well, how I feel about it is, it's a royalty, you know, not necessarily royalty, but higher echelon type of smell. You know, when you smell this, you're gonna smell of maturity, and you're gonna smell of, intelligence. You know what I mean? It's a smell of just, I'm well off, I'm well to do, I'm smart. It's very fresh and it gives a very manly, strong smell. It's not. It says it's a floral musk, but I do not smell any of the freshness. Basically, on the dry down, I don't smell like a freshness. When it dries down, I smell just a strong kind of a musk, but it's a rich, strong musk, not necessarily, just overwhelming strong musk. It's a very good fragrance. It lasts 8 to 10 hours. It's recommended to spray on the clothes. It lasts longer on the clothes. By it being a clear color, almost a little purplish, I don't think it'll stain your clothes. But it's best to be sprayed on your clothing and not on your skin. Now, if you spray it on your skin, it doesn't last as long, is what I'm hearing. Now, midway through the dry down, you do smell the freshness, but once it's gone, I had sprayed it earlier, and you're just gonna get a rich spray. This fragrance is relatively cheap. That's why I love it. So from the price to what you actually get scale, you can get this for like $31, $34. And Burberry is a luxury brand. A lot of you guys might not know that Burberry is a luxury brand if you're a young person, but this is a very luxurious brand. And what I'll say is, it's definitely a good price for the name brand. Normally you'd be paying like, when this first came out, it's probably $150 25 years ago. Now you can get it for $30. So this is one of those fragrances that I like, that you can get for a good price, but you don't have to, you know, um, pay a whole lot for it. When you do get the freshness and a little bit of other notes, but as it dries down and dries down more, you just smell. strong, muscular, manly type of smell. I don't like fruity smells. I don't like to be smelling like fruit. You know what I mean? I like a strong man smell, but it's not like a strong old man smell. It's a rich, you just think about it like a rich person's, sophistication smell. This is a type of fragrance that you can use at any instance, date night, um, office, you know, party setting, wherever it is, it's a good fragrance for that. It can compete with the new fragrances that are out right now that are more sophisticated. And one thing about the new fragrances that are out right now, everybody smell the same. So I'm kind of getting sick of it. And then one person has a go-to cologne or go-to spray, and then they smell like the same thing every single day. So if you got one cheap, expensive bottle, this is a cheap, non-expensive bottle that you can take with you and just use at any time that you feel, and get that strong smell when you come in. People gonna be like, "Damn, what is that?" And you don't gotta tell them personally. Don't tell them. That's how I feel. Um, very very inexpensive, but very good fragrance. So I'm gonna be using this to go to work. Um, if you can use 2 or 3 sprays to go to work, two maybe if you're in a really tight office. If you put 4, 5, 6s of this on, 6 sprays of this on, you're gonna blast. You're gonna blast your coworkers for sure. You're gonna blast who's ever in the car. You know, I go to church. People got a lot of different sprays on. You put 6 of this on, you're gonna blast at least 2 to 3 pews. This stuff is strong, and I like that because I don't like no cheap stuff. And it's not strong in a bad way. It's strong in a good way. When you spray it, you don't smell any alcohol whatsoever, guys. None. So yeah, if I had to give this fragrance a rating of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give it a 10. It's up there, guys. I do actually, I was listening to a lot of reviews and they were talking about the freshness, and I didn't actually pick up on the freshness like that. It was a lot of just musk, but it does have a kind of fresh smell to it. But the the musk is like right there in there, so it's a combination. When I first smelled it, I didn't just pick up on the fresh, but it's not a fresh like a mint. There's no mint in here. So it's just a clean fragrance, you know what I mean, with a lot of musk in it. So I give it a 10, guys.